Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the last game of the day. It is going to be Ireland going up against Germany here in what will prove to be a very interesting match. Jason, the German roster is stacked, but we know the luck of the Irish. They're going to have to need it in this game, though, I feel.
Well, okay, so first of all, we should also mention that for the side of Germany, there was a replacement, apparently. Asura, he's not playing for them. Instead, they're using Icefeld. So another pro player. This has become the third team to have all pro players within the roster. So let's go to the lineups for them, actually. We have Internet Hulk, Burrix. I don't know if we can call Burrix a pro player because he's played in like 2 competitive matches ever.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he technically counts.
He played for Team Eccentric.
So he kind of... He was a pro player at one... We'll say, well, he's been a pro player at one time.
Pro Talk is like a diary of his ranked experience, right?
He's been a pro player at one time, but currently he's not a pro player. Skipjack in there, RTR, Icefeld, Kratos. That is going to be a tough team to beat, but for Team Ireland, we got what? Rayo, Hustlin, J-Tom, Waro, and you actually know Waro, you mentioned before.
I don't think I've met Waro. He comes to my stream,
before.
and I tilted him before because I said he was from the UK, which is not necessarily true. It's the UK, Northern Ireland, and then Southern Ireland is independent. That's why we have Ireland versus Germany and not UK. Anyway.
And JGB, who's the captain, and Coco. Coco Poppies. Coco Poppies?
Coco Pops.
Coco Pop.
Are you good right now, bro?
It's been a really long day.
Yeah,
I've had no sleep last night.
It's like it's going to be like a 9-hour day, solid day.
10.
Solid day for casting.
12? No, 10. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, solid day casting. We're in a game. Let's drop you in because I, damn it, have the overlay on the wrong sides. But I'll fix it quickly as we do hop in.
Right, so let's get into this one in a second. Teams are assembling their heroes now. Icefeld comes into this German roster. Asura, well, not in the lineup for whatever reason here. So this team just got a heck of a lot stronger. Like we sort of talked about, Skipjack plays for Misfits. He's going to be skipping the Overwatch Open because of some family issues. Internet Hulk, you should know him as the flex player for Envious. Kratos plays currently for... it's Clanton's new team, LDLC. RTA obviously on the side of Dignitas, and Icefeld is Luminosity Gaming's damage dealer. This is a stupidly stacked team to be going up against the Irish side as well. They're going to need a 10-leaf Clover if they are going to be feeling good about this one. They're definitely up against the Jason. That's just my way of just trying to stack the odds for you. But let's talk about it. On the Zaya, it's going to be Hustlin. Rayo's going to be on the Reinhardt. J-Tom is going to be on the Zenyatta. Waro, it's an Aussie name, Waro, sticking out at the end of everything. It's what we do. He's going to be on the McCree. Good lad. GJB 93 is going to be on the Lucio, and Coco Pops on the Soldier 76. So, we talked about Slovakia having problems with dealing with Farah. They don't quite have the depth for it. They didn't really switch away from their sort of combo. But the Soldier 76 of Coco Pops here can deal with those airborne mercies. You need to burst, 4-shot burst to really get damage done. But it's one of the first Soldier 76 golden guns I've seen. So that's pretty nice. Good on you, mate. Let's see what he can do with this.
All right, graphics are all done and ready to go. Yeah, thing is, like, I don't know how good you have to beat a team who have all played pro at one time or are all currently playing pro.
Really good.
I mean, R-tier Icefeld combo. Look at this. Genji Tracer, they want to attack, and they want to attack extremely quickly with Skipjack jumping in, and Internet Hulk sitting tightly where he's been playing for the most part. Even Kratos, I mean, pretty much everyone is playing their standard role for their team. They have a really stacked roster here.
Yeah, exactly. It's just what you want if you're a German fan right now. And now you can see the points being taken now. This is going to force Ireland to engage. They're going to have to start the fight up at some point. Skipjack goes forward, and now, yep, they're going to come off the top side here. You're going to see Warro go in as well on the McCree, looking for Skipjack, and he gets him off in the distance. The golden gun plinking away nicely. The problem is, Warro, mate, you're the only player on your team who's able to get any kills. He gets on towards Icefeld as well, which is all well and good. But Ireland, well, nowhere to be seen there as well. That first push doesn't work out so well for them. The Germans knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's like almost German efficiency at its finest right there, right? Like, knew exactly the comp they wanted to attack with. They executed it pretty well. It wasn't perfect, because obviously they've lost a couple of people, but it worked. They got it on the first attack, and now they have a hell of a lot of time to actually work through into the second point. Icefeld is going to have pulse bomb, so he's going to be looking for an avenue to actually attack. I wonder if he's going to wait for our Internet Hulk, though, to actually get his ultimate online, because he's at 65% already. And Zarya can charge quickly if you do have the high energy. But look at that Skipjack jump straight to the back, and they pick up 2 kills.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. Look at those squishy targets going. They lost Coco Pops as well. Now the Dragon Blade coming in from Artia. He's not going to allow this Deadeye to occur, but he gets knocked down. It's a good Earth Shatter coming out of Rayo. Unfortunately, he's not going to last very long. GJB falls. Coco Pops coming in on the respawn. Ireland, where are you at? Nowhere, it appears that is the case. It's going to be the Graviton Surge just to stall things out here. And Germany put the flag in the ground and say, we'll take this round right away from under your nose. I was hoping for not another stop, but we might be heading in that direction.
To be fair, I think we kind of expected to have matches like this happen in the initial phases, but when it comes to the knockout phase next week, between the 14th and 16th, that's where things get interesting. And that's where we have, teams like Sweden, Germany, France, potentially if they make it through, Norway if they make it through, which most likely they are since they're already 3-0 in the group. Finland, like all meeting up against each other. So, and even Spain, I completely forgot about Spain. Benelux, like there's so many good teams meeting up next week that it's honestly going to be damn difficult for any team out there. But now Ireland have the challenge ahead of them. 6 minutes and 21 seconds is what's left for Germany in the time bank. I think the big focus now for Ireland is just capping the first point, because we've seen a lot of teams struggle throughout the course of today against these proer teams, or these teams with pro players, to even get the first objective.
It's not an adjective. Yeah,
you're
right.
I made it one.
I'll let you have that.
It's actually I'm using it as an adverb.
Pro-ish. Prostradamus.
Yeah.
Barack Obama.
It's going to be tough, but if they cap the first point, I think that's where we can start to see things going. And a little update for you guys, apparently. UK lost to Iceland.
Overwatch is not
Iceland
coming
won
2-1. It's not. Oh, God. Iceland. Interesting. We don't know much about the talent from Iceland, Jason. I don't think we know any pro players from there.
To be
UK, to be fair, have some.
Yeah. And we also did send out like a survey to all the teams, so we actually get some background information, and some teams filled it out, and some teams didn't. So, unfortunately, we can't really give you the in-depth about these players out of Ireland. But at least we can do it for Germany for you. And at this rate, with how it's been going, they're probably going to be one of the teams to represent Europe.
I mean, it's a strong start. It's kind of what you expect. We can expect to see some one-sided matches at this stage of the bracket. It's just kind of how you cut the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. But now, that's a phrase.
Cut the corn off the husk?
That is also a phrase as well.
Really?
Yes. I think so, anyway.
Peel the potato?
Wheat from the chaff.
Peel the potato!
I don't know, man.
Oh.
I don't know. So look at this. No high ground considerations really here for Skipjack and co. They're actually going to push forward and actually want to challenge out here. A little bit more of an aggressive defense, but you can see the Ireland squad are moving off towards the side, trying to get the high ground for themselves. Now, it didn't really work the first time. I don't really know why it's going to work the second, but good little flash. RTA just gets cut to pieces there as well. Warrow walks face first into a fire strike. He's going to have to back away into that Hulk. Are you good right now? Gets himself 3. He's flying high, literally and figuratively there. It's even a thumbs up to the ground. He got like 3 kills amongst that fight. We were watching RTA and Warrow, but the real action was right here. Dennis the Menace making it happen.
Yeah, and actually, the Envious guys, I think Hulk has flown back. Honestly, I cannot remember if he's back or not in the US.
Since
or if he's still here.
Thursday we saw him.
Yeah, we saw him a couple days ago. So then it was Wednesdays after one of your shows. But he had a little bit of R&R here in Cologne as well in Dusseldorf. And now he's looking to actually come back, and not to mention in that gaming house with the team again coming up. It's going to put a lot of strain on him. But let's see what they can do here. See if they can qualify.
It's a gaming apartment complex. That's the best part. They actually have their own apartments. Good on you, Hastray. You know what you're doing. Now, hey, Riptide coming out from Internet Hulk. It might just be Rip at this stage. Can he jump the gap? He's made it. This could be pretty nasty. Only gets himself 2, but still.
2 big kills.
You get rid of both DPS players. Internet Hulk is just loving life right now.
I think he's just trying to break away from being that Winston player, right? That everyone refers to him as.
It's because we give him shtick for it all the time.
It's a good start, though.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to fall off the edge.
But they've been able to go to the point. The problem is, can they pick up the kills? And with that hook missing, he's going to lose out on J-Tum, who gets taken down by Skipjack. And Arto's even coming around the back here. This is going to be kills left and right for Germany. And Ireland will be held yet again with 2 minutes remaining.
Ireland seem to like to create a bit of chaos in their fights, but when they sort of have to settle and set their feet and actually win, it doesn't really seem to be there. And it seems like Germany are more than happy to play this more on the edge style of Overwatch. Get in your face, try and trace your movements around and just mess you up as much as they can. Big ultimates here as well. They've got the Res, they've got the Transcendence, they've got the Dragon Blade, and Skipjack has the Earth Shatter. Now, he was killed in that fight. He needs to come back and reinforce, but still, we'll be able to take that. Anyway. Fire Strike hits. Skipjack doesn't need the ult percent, but he's going to take it anyway. There's actually a Earth Shatter on both sides, so let's see what Rayo can do if he can make an epic Thor-esque leak off the edge and make it happen. But there's going to be a shield his way. Rayo throws it up mid-air just in case RTA wants to get aggressive on him.
Look what Ireland have. They have the Tracer and the Genji, but they don't have the Winston to pair in with it, so it's a little bit rough in my opinion. And honestly, Germany should just wait out this Transcendence and then just go for the re-engagement.
Seems like that's been the case. They're going to back up a little bit now. Their own Transcendence comes out. Coco pops it, snap, crackle, and pop, and he's done. Hustler now trying to go on towards RTA. Does actually manage to get in there, but it's not enough really at all right now for Ireland. The back away again. Forward positioning taken here by the Germans. Did you have something good to say?
I had something amazing to say, but I don't know how Ireland would take it. I don't know how Ireland would take it.
A guy got tilted because I said that from the UK.
Because you're saying Cocoa Puffs, like the cereal, but maybe I thought you should rename the Lucky Charms. Hey! Woo!
Nice. Well,
I just didn't want to be upsetting people with that
no,
one.
I don't know. That's all right.
But anyway, so we do have Ireland still looking for the attack, though. Cocoa Pops on the Genji. Doesn't have Dragon Blade since he just used it, but I don't know, I still would like to see Bayo use Winston, but the thing is they're using his shield to actually push through. They're sitting behind it to get into this area. The problem is they're not allowing Cocoa Pops to really go off by himself and do what a Genji needs to do.
Well, actually, this is a pretty good push for Ireland. They're getting a couple kills. Icefelt falls down, and so does Burek. So now RTA with a heck of a lot on his plate. He's going to have to play catch-up for the moment here now as the res comes in. So that was obviously being popped away.
Whole team's up now for Germany, too.
That's what they need as well. He got Earth Shatter from Skipjack. They're going to lay it down. RTA is just going to make a meal of that one. He's going to make hay while the sun shines. Going to chop them up into little manageable pieces to feed to the livestock here. And Ireland are going to be going home not even with that first map convincingly in favor of Germany.
I hate to say it as well, but I think this is probably what most people out there expected, besides the fans of Ireland and the fans of other regions.
But the fans of Ireland are cheering louder than anyone else. It doesn't matter if they win or lose, mate. I tell you what.
I mean, to be fair, we're also in like English-only mode, I think, on the Twitch chat. So if you're trying to speak German, I don't think it lets you.
Luckily for us, most Germans speak English, so we can actually get by living here. But into the Hulk, you sexy man, you. This was probably that play we actually missed, so I'm glad we got to see it.
Was this the Riptide we got too? No, yeah, it was the play you missed, yeah.
I was busy watching other people, but what the?
Yeah, just a stray grenade.
Yeah, that's filthy. Nice work from the guy. Looks nothing like Junkrat, to be honest with you, but he needs to.
Looks more like, I don't know.
You try to be polite?
No, I don't know. Reinhardt?
He's stocky.
He's older. He's 29.
He's 29. You know, he was one of the better StarCraft players in Germany. He beat guys like Hasuabs and stuff like that. He was
Stefano?
He was the world's first challenger in League of Legends. The world's first in Season 3, I believe, in League of Legends.
Try hard.
He plays so many freaking games. And he was saying, I spent so long being good at all these games before I finally made it. Now, he's living in the envious apartment complex, living it up. That's so it's been a long road for him, just as a side note, but it's good to see that he is doing so well. So, Ireland are ready. Deutschland are ready. We are ready to go into Hollywood now. It could be quite a brief affair here. 13 minutes so far. And
they're defending two first, most importantly, so they're not even going to have a chance to push the payload across if they fully defend the first point.
Yeah, exactly right. So it could be a very, very quick one. Like you said, full hold for Germany means that all they need to do is capture the first point. It could be very, very fast. Germany, in general, looking just a little bit sharp, a little bit more on the ball or on the grenade if you are Internet Hulk. Let's see if they can continue that trend now. We can expect to see Artia play the Genji. Now, Artia was the Genji player in Creation for a while. He played Genji over at the Atlantic Showdown. But he's a better McCree, in my opinion. He's really good Genji. He's really good. I think he's a better McCree. I think he's one of the best McCrees in Europe. So now I think Linkser is playing the Genji role and sort of trying to work with Bromas. I don't even know, because I saw RTA playing Lucio or something ridiculous the other night. Like some sort of
we
role.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, apparently Bromas is still playing DPS and Linkser is now, and RTA has to play the Flex or whatever it was he was playing. Maybe it was Zarya, not Lucio. That would make more sense, of course, as they got Toxic into the team. But yeah, bit strange. I don't really know what the plans are with Creation with Team Dignitas right now, but it's good to see Linkser back on that Genji role. I think he's just got the brain for it, if I'm honest with you, for that super aggressive play. I just love RTA. He's a bit more calculated, and his McCree was always better to watch. So I think Bromas, who plays a lot of McCree, don't get me wrong, I think it's his most played hero in solo queue. So it's not like you have a bad McCree player on there, but the dynamic in Team Dignitas is really interesting right now. As a side note, I guess, as we discussed. But let's talk about the defense. Hey, Jason, I've squandered all your time for talking about this defensive line.
Don't worry, I was dealing with chat who were wondering about a couple of things, just trying to answer some questions for you guys. We're on a 5-minute delay, so obviously it takes some time for us to actually see what you're asking us. But in the meantime, Ireland on the defense or on the attack side, they're using a Pharah. I like Pharah, to be honest. You look at the side of Germany, what do they have to deal with it? Well, they have Burks on Zen, and they have Icefelt on McCree. And Icefelt, he's not, I don't think he's as good as RTR on McCree, but he's like just as good.
I don't know.
Because RTR plays McCree for him.
So far. He's come so far in the last few months with Luminosity. Like, so sick to see how that team's improving. And Sani as well, who was like a Widowmaker only and now just going nuts. But let's talk about this a little bit more now. You can see that, Germany aren't really giving any ground here. They're pushing forward quite aggressively now, and they managed to pin Ireland up here. Warrow gets done up. Can Icefelt finish off the kill? Well, he probably can. One more would do the job, but it's a quick orb of harmony on Warrow as he quickly backs away from that one. Doesn't want to get caught
They're
out, but now wants to
separated from
come
their
back in.
team. Like, if you kill them now, then they're even on a longer respawn, and they're fighting without actually the man advantage. And it looks like Germany is just going to initially be able to hold. They only lost, I think, Kratos there. Or RTRs is even responding back in with Kratos.
If you're Warrow and Rayo, you almost want to die there, essentially. I mean, you're not going to win the fight from there. You're caught out. It's a matter of time. I don't know. Maybe there's an argument for just going a bit aggressive and getting involved there. But anyway, that's fine. It's by the by. Again, Ireland now want to come forward as Coco Pops heading up topside with GJB. 93. Don't forget that. Obviously his birth year. Good on you, mate. And, we will see just what position Coco Pops can get. That concussion blast didn't really do too much in the grand scheme of things. So now RT is causing a lot of problems in the mix there. So is Internet Hold. The aggression now from Germany. They know how to turn up the heat, and it's getting pretty darn toasty in here.
Yeah, and RTR is even feeling confident to just shove him out there, just charge straight through. Yeah, to be fair, it shoots a spread, and if one is long, as long as one really? Pelt hits the head, it counts as a headshot. So it doesn't really count as a real headshot. But yes, it was pretty. It was nice to listen to. It's a little nice little sound.
For nothing. Thanks, Jason.
Let's see. I'm sorry, man. Ireland though. They have the Mercy Fair combo. Like in theory, that's not bad. And in theory, they have like a pretty decent comp. It just comes down to like the pressure. Discord immediately comes around the high side. He gets taken, or he takes damage immediately as well. Not to mention RTR using the Death Blossom from behind picks up 2. That's the Mercy Fair combo. And Ireland, I mean, this should be a fight that they just can't win. Yeah, and Rayo squandered that Earth Shatter there as well, hoping to catch on, but it was completely shielded up there as well. You're going to have to wake up pretty darn early in the morning to get past Skipjack on Reinhardt. He eventually does go down, but the rest of Germany will be able to hold on to this pretty nicely. Warrow goes for a bit of a flash. It's more of a Pyrrhic flash as he's cut down as soon as he lets it go. 1 minute, 37 seconds remain. That's not really a lot of time, especially when you have Internet Hulk and Skipjack together with ultimates still ready to go. And by the time they go through both those ultimates, RTR will have his Death Blossom back up again. Ireland, they need to do something. Like, they have the Mercy, yes, they have the potential for the revive, but they're not really dying in a situation to make it happen. GJB, sorry, is like being caught out a couple of times as well. It's really hard to play Mercy in this position with the way RTR is defending. But they're able to come through together, but they're not looking towards the right. And this is where Internet Hulk's going to come from with the Graviton. Yeah, and here it comes in. RTR just going to push straight through. He knows he doesn't need to use an ult. No funny business there. Now he might want to use it, though, as the res comes in. RTR wants to come forward. He actually is just going to Wraith form back, but Icefeld's going to be at least there to clean up the mess as it comes through. The damage dealers for Germany standing tall, loud and proud, making their presence felt over the battlefield here. And now Graviton Surge comes in, though. That's going to be Icefeld caught in there. RTR as well going for the Death Blossom whilst being inside of it. That's not a black hole you want to go into. That's going to take you to the wrong dimension, if I'm not mistaken. And RTR there as well, just style points, dancing just a couple feet off the ground. I just realized, when you use your teleport on Reaper, you actually go into the underside, the upside down. What do you mean? You've seen Stranger Things, right? No. Oh, damn it. Never mind. But people who watch Stranger Things don't understand that. He goes to the upside down. Right. Minute 18 left on the clock. Coco Pops hasn't gotten a pick with this Pharaoh. Like, you want to go over the top and actually kill someone with a couple well-placed rockets. He's got nothing so far. It's been hard to pin anyone from Germany down. So now, last push here, last chance saloon, as it were. We need to see something big here. Warrior going to come in with a Deadeye. What can he get? Not a whole lot. Shield was up and in his way. Now he's going to try and plug away towards Skipjack, who doesn't really seem to care about the McCree at this stage. He eventually goes down. Coco Pop's got himself a nice little double there, and he's continuing to cause some problems over on this payload. There may be hope yet for the Irish squad. RTO, though, picks up Rayo. Transcendence coming in just to ensure the whole team stays nice and topped up. And even RTO coming through. He's going to have to back away for the moment and grab himself a health pack, come back in, keep this overtime ticking down. Why not? But no, it won't be enough. It's going to be the Irish squad who eventually take this payload, but they wait right until the end of the game to do so. If I'm not mistaken as well, Bergs kind of died towards the end of the sound barrier, and he had his Transcendence available, which could have kept up RTR, Internet Hulk, and Kratos. But with him being focused down, didn't have the ultimate ready, they weren't able to sustain and hold on to that point. Look at Hustle in chat. He's excited, able to capture that point in the overtime. But that's just the beginning of the map, man. You have a lot more to go here, and let's see if they can take this momentum of finally capturing the point, and not to mention a good composition with the Pharah, and push through the second phase. So we've got the Reinhardt and the Winston here. Hustle now does have that Primal Rage up, so that's going to work. Bit of high ground control has been established here for the Irish squad. At least Hustlin up there. I think we did see Coco Pops also trying to get up into the air. Being harassed down somewhat by RTR there on that Genji charge coming in there as well. Coco Pops gets picked up pretty easily though. And now RTR heading towards the skies. Want to try and take this high ground back. Warrow, that's not a flash you want to be throwing, my son. Fortunately, he's going to be able to stay alive there as Hustlin gets in the way. But again, a wipe incoming at the moment. Not much Warrow can do about that one. Difficult to deal with Genji, especially if he's double jumping, especially if you have no flash available. Look at Internet Hulk. He's pushed up so far because they don't want to let this payload get pushed any farther than it currently is. He's got Graviton ready to go. They have the Earth Shadow yet again. RTR is at 50% on his Dragon Blade. But you look on the side of Ireland, like they have a double tank. They don't have to actually the Mercy anymore. So Coco, like he takes any damage in the air, it kind of sticks to him. You can obviously put the Zen Orb onto him, but that's not really the desired target you want to keep it on.
Oh, wait a minute. We're seeing a Deadeye coming in here for Warrow. He's going to be able to get too much with it. No, too many shields, too many people just obscuring themselves with line of sight breaks. But now Graviton Surge coming in. That was what Internet Hold was waiting to use. But hello, Coco pops over the top there. Gets himself 1 kill on towards Kratos. And this is going to prevent any follow-up of the German side on towards this payload. They can't do anything while they're trying to deal with the barrage coming down. Still, key players are up. And Skipjack lays the Earth Shatter down. Now trying to come forward. Plenty of ultimates, key ultimates in play and being used here for Germany will allow them to prevent Ireland from getting onto the payload. And now, one good push or so. Not many big ults available for Germany. They got the Dragon Blade, but RT, that requires him to stay alive. The sound barrier might help in that regard, but there's none. No ults available for Ireland. So their penetrating power, as it were, Jason, is going to be limited severely.
And Coco as well, he kind of switched over from the Pharah to Genji recently, so it's kind of a little bit detriment to him in terms of they don't have the air control. He's not really contested much in this area as well if Germany do hold up towards this payload, which they're obviously going to do to stop it from moving. But here we go, last attack, 10 seconds left to go. Oid takes down Hudson, which is a fantastic start for Germany, and a big loss for Ireland, and now RTR. This is going to be bad. Oh,
get dumpstered. Get dumpstered. He's going in with the Dragon Blade and perfect positioning for him now. Caught a little bit too far back. Yeah. Frustrating as a Genji player if someone just sits outside your range when you have no dash. Still, it's going to be a wipe for the most part now. It's going to be Speed Yada coming in just to try and, well, just keep this one going a little bit, but eventually that's going to time out and so will his very existence. Oh, J-Tom, it's a sad day indeed, but now we see, again, a little bit more stalling out. Warrow's going to get himself on towards the point. He's made a switch over towards the Tracer, gets smacked in the face and is told to go back to where he came from, and that's going to be it. Nice hold by Germany here. They still need to get more than the first point, but Ireland still held very, very early on in the map.
Yeah. 1.5 points, boys. Hey, that's not bad. I mean, consider you're playing against people who play the game for a living. Everyone on the team except Burks plays the game for a living.
Well, Burks basically plays the game for a living, let's be honest. Just doesn't make much of it.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right? To be able to take that points, that's actually a big victory for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it wasn't until that overtime, and I don't know, really, a couple situations there where we saw the Pharah come out. There was no Genji for Ireland, actually, until that second stage. That's fair enough. It's fine. But, I mean, if you want to sort of utilize that Winston, Huston, as much as you possibly can, it's kind of good to have someone to go in with him as well. I mean, if the Winston's in someone's face, the Genji generally has free reign for the most part. And the problem is that Coco Pops was going over the top all the time, right? That only works if you can actually get a couple picks or early damage that can't be healed through, which is rarely the case. Otherwise, you're just popping up, saying hello, taking a bit of damage, and then fall back down and have to go it again. Raya needs a pint after this. I feel you, bro.
Was it? Okay. What country in the World Cup got like super far when they have like a chance of playing the professional football team like 120 or something like that? Was it Wales?
No, Iceland.
Was it Iceland?
Iceland have like...
They got really far in the World Cup and they shouldn't have?
Their coach was like a part-time dentist.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was Ireland for some reason.
Ireland did quite well in the Euros. It was actually Wales that went even further.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't World Cup. It was, yeah.
Euros. Yeah, same thing, right?
All right, but we're getting into the second half here. Germany, they just have to pass that distance of 80 meters, and they will have been able to win this one into 2-0.
I love Kratos. That's a very fabulous skin there.
It is.
I enjoy it thoroughly. That's it, boys. All right, so Icefeld just take a moment for himself there, going to his headspace, if you would.
His safe space.
There ain't no safe space here for Ireland, though, I'm afraid. Not even a heavy-set individual, right, with horn-rimmed glasses can protect him for what's coming in now. Let's see, though. RT are going to be leading the charge coming on. End up you. Throw one up the SJWs while we're at it, but let's see what can happen now. RT, a couple shurikens coming in.
You just triggered me.
Don't. We're not going here. I can't. Oh, I can't.
But look at Germany, though. They've been able to get 3 people actually past the enemy team of Ireland. JGB is going to be pushed back by the Winston, who's actually occupying the time of 3 people, while RT is able to come in.
Yeah, Icefeld now pushing in from the back. No one's looking at him. No one's dealing with him. Even the Internet Hulk is able to... Well, that's not the kind of sort of attention you want from Isaiah when she's coming in from behind as well. We're going to get a very burnt backside, and it is going to be Ireland pretty much cremated up on that point. Lamau from Morrow. What I love about the Irish, they don't take it too seriously unless they're winning, and then they don't take it seriously. They take it less seriously then. Well, first point taken by the Germans, and Ireland are running on borrowed time right now. The payload simply needs to get just around this corner, which is where it's quite likely we see the Irish will have to hold here. If they push too far forward and get wiped, then they won't have any chance of defending us, so they want to probably set up for one good fight. Still, though, need to charge up some ultimates, so do need to at least be within striking distance of the Germans. Warrow missing that hook there. To back away, sends a couple in the direction of Burrick's going to be able to heal that off quite happily and be fine, but you definitely want to be picking off a Tracer if you can, because Icefeld is going to cause you problems.
Yeah, he is. And this pulse bomb as well. I mean, considering they have to push the payload not that much further, look how deep they're already actually going. They're dripping straight through ISO. It's not even in a position to really back up Skipjack, but the Earth Shatter, I don't even know where it went, but it doesn't look like it seemed to really connect onto too many people. It's now Island of Us 3, and with 3 men left to go, that's the last chance that they have to hold on to this payload.
Yeah, Burix, RTS, Skipjack all getting involved. Rayo is also going to go down there as well. The Woos coming out from the Irish squad. Even if they don't win, they know how to have a good time, and we definitely haven't seen the last of them quite yet. But the Germans, looking strong, looking solid, looking pretty hard to topple right now, and this group should be theirs for the taking.
Was Waro saying woo because he gets to go down to the pub now and get a pint?
I think so, yeah. Hey, I'd go for a pint. We've got an Irish pub close by.
We do, actually.
Pint of water, of course. Right? Pint of water. Yeah, Corkonian, because Cologne and Cork are sister cities. There you go. Hey, come on, man.
Jesus.
Mitch's fun facts are fun for everyone.
If I wanted to learn this stuff, I would be in school again.
Oh, man.
And JB, you're going to get the play of the game on Mercy. It's going to be a big res, as you'd expect.
There it is. By the way, the Irish crowd were the best at the Euros as well. I remember so many stories about it. They're just lads. They're just lads, Jason. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. They're just
as long as they had a good time, that's all that matters. That's what it's about. This isn't, you know, for a big prize pool. It's just about having fun and being able to be one of those few people out there in the world able to represent their own country.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about caps things off for tonight. A very strong performance. In fact, we had multiple semi-one-sided matches here, Jason. Can we go over the groups and see where the score is at right now? Do you have the technology? It's 2016, I hope so.
Ready? Watch this, watch this. Oh, sorry, I was actually just refreshing the page.
Right.
That's, oh, wait, no, 2 buttons.
Come on, put it on the screen.
We made it.
There it is.
We made it. We're there.
Right, let's go through it. So, Baltic and Caspian Sea, obviously, just with the one game played, that was against Poland, pretty dominant, to be honest. We saw it on Volskaya. They were pretty much all over it. That was our Korean friends who were casting that one out, so shout out to Named Hui and co. Ireland there as well. You see them going one apiece here, and you're excited about something, Jason.
Yeah, tomorrow, actually. I think it's about... Okay, I don't remember the time on the top of my head. We'll get to the schedule tomorrow after this. But Germany does face off against the Team Baltic and Caspian Sea. So we're going to have Valataja and co. up against Internet Hulk and co. That hopefully should be a really good game. And we even got some insider information from Internet Hulk actually about that team when they were practicing. And they said they were struggling on payload maps, but they were winning on King of the Hill. So a lot of potential there for a good game.
Very interesting. I mean, South Africa's still yet to find a win there, but let's move on. Group B, Finland looking disgustingly strong. No surprise there, but Iceland actually managed to beat the UK, as you pointed out early. And Hungary still... No, I'm not going to do it. They're not doing... it's just too easy pickings. They're still looking for a win.
No, too easy is down in Benelux.
Yeah. Greece still haven't played yet as well. So Norway also looking fairly decent in their group. France with 2 wins there as well. So
France versus Norway tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I think we're jumping on that.
Yeah, that's a game we're casting as well.
So we are changing our schedule to see it.
We were going to do Finland, UK, but instead we're switching to Norway, France, because basically the winner of that match comes out as #1 seed in the group. And being #1 seed in the group, we can assume it works this way, you play against #2 from a group. And when basically all the pro teams are going to be #1 out of the group, you want to avoid them to your best ability.
Right. Well, thanks for that, Jason.
Yeah.
Moving on to Group D, it's Svenska.
Thanks for that, Jason.
Very, very strong. Or Sverige, as they call it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to get mad tweets from people. It's Sweden. There's 6 points, 2 wins for them. And Turkey as well, getting themselves 2 wins already. So that'll be a decent match. I think Turkey... and even Romania, who I thought looked fairly good, but couldn't quite get across the line all the way. Slovakia are struggling there as well. They're out of the picture, guys. So apologies to Slovakians all around the world. They will not be representing at the World Cup finals. Group E, though, Italy, with 4 ex-Aquo players, by the way, looking fairly good. And Russia, well, no surprises there. That is a damn scary team. Switzerland, I believe, forfeited their particular match. We didn't see it. And Israel, we're going to see tomorrow. Then on to the last group, guys. We're almost done here.
Good group.
Czech Republic, but this is, look, you can't really call this one at all. Team Benelux and Team Austria there as well. I think Benelux actually managed to beat Austria, but it was a very, very, very close game. The Czech Republic also untested against the 2 formers, and then Serbia, unfortunately, with no wins yet. Spain is going to get onto the scene tomorrow. We know that is a super strong team, stacked with some awesome players. I think Bromas, Winghaven,
Harry Hook.
I don't think Toxicun's in there. But anyway, really strong team. So a lot of these teams come out with 3 pro players. So that's about that. Guys, if you're wondering about when the game's happening tomorrow, Jason can tell you.
Was just about to do that. So tomorrow we'll be kicking off at 2 p.m. CEST, so 2 hours or 1.5 hours later than we did today with France versus Portugal. We were then going to be going into Hungary versus the United Kingdom, but instead we're going to France versus Norway.
As it's a deciding
Obviously, we want to cover as many countries as we can, but that's a very big game for that group in general. After that, we'll be going to Finland versus the United Kingdom, so that should be a pretty interesting matchup, I'd say. And then Germany versus the CIS and Baltic area. That is going to probably be the highlight match in terms of like closeness throughout the entire day tomorrow. Yeah. And they'll be ending off the entire night at 9 p.m. with Bulgaria versus Israel. And you can find the information on that schedule by typing !schedule in chat. I'll link you to a Reddit thread where all that has been typed out. Keep in mind, though, these are all
subject to change.
Subject to change, exactly. Sometimes matches get or scheduled differently and change up last second, as well as some, I think, teams are allowed to play on Monday. Don't know if we can even cover those, but that just comes down to like last second kind of things. So these can all change, but this is our schedule for now.
So we've tried to take this mix of teams sort of sorting out games in their own time and just tried to impose some order so we can actually watch some of these guys. So it's also, you can see these threads on the Overwatch subreddit and on the competitive Overwatch subreddit. If you do frequent them, which I believe most of you do, as it's a very big subreddit community, it's sticky. It's right up the top, big green writing. Jason's got it up there, so that's all your information, your survival guide, as you will, to the online World Cup matches. But guys, we're going to be back tomorrow, of course. It's been a pleasure to have you with us today. Thanks for sticking with us through the long breaks. I know it's a bit of a tough one, but that's how it is with these teams and how they have their time set. So tomorrow, we'll see you then. It's going to be a cracker, kicking it off early on. See ya.